Listen to them, put it make him wanna. Shivana representing Paruga.
Happy Pride Month, y'all. This month we are rocking rainbows and all of that stuff. I think I'm not seeing your rainbows. Where is the representation?
It's there.
My rainbow is
Oh.
inside my pants.
Oh.
Yeah. Wearing a rainbow.
And as usual, today we are here, Baqueer Twogere, and we're going to give you pride juices, pride juice, pride experiences. These people have stories, way. Hey, I can't wait to share with all of you. My name is Sweet Chocolate, your host today, and today we're celebrating pride under the theme Reflect, Empower, and Unite. With me in the studio, I have the most amazing, most beautiful, yes, human being.
Suvi.
The queer pig.
Ruby. Agechadi.
Oh, Biggie.
You're all welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And we have guests, Banang. You're all welcome. You're looking so lovely. So one day, Areno, Moody like a story. Oratuka. Around 1969, in New York, America, at the Stonewall Inn. So these trans persons and queer persons of colors were like to call police brutality and discrimination. So today we are retaliating. So those guys who were coming to beat them up, they also fought back. So from then, around that time, it marked the beginning of fighting back for queer people. Hence pride. Simple as that. Yeah. Because in the community, I think we just have to always keep fighting, and that's why we get our pride. Ruby,
Yes.
what does pride mean to you?
To me, pride is love, is celebration, is partying, is relaxing, having a good time. And for us who have created our own families, it's also getting together with our families who are our friends, our colleagues, and just having fun together.
What I'm planning to do this whole month.
This year, I plan to spoil myself because I think not much is there on celebrating. If we do celebrate, there could be like one party here and there, which is not the usual pride that we have, like a whole week of partying and events. So then I'm thinking, so for the whole month, what am I doing? So I'm thinking maybe I just spoil myself and maybe take myself to like a nice place to eat, or buy myself some very colorful outfit, which I cannot wear outside, but I probably will wear and see myself in the mirror and say, yeah, pride is in my home. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, it sounds amazing. Sounds like you have plans. The queer pig. You're looking so pretty.
What does pride mean to me?
Yeah.
For me, pride is queer joy. I'm a very happy person, and I'm also a very queer person. So I just like being happy and queer, but also being surrounded by happy queer people. And what are my plans? My plans are to attend Pride. Yes, and I know we are
In
not
Uganda?
No. Unfortunately, in Uganda we can't have Pride, but there's a meeting I'm going to, and it so happens that it's happening during a time when Pride is also happening. So you people, I'm so with my clothes, my bracelet is just on point.
Oh, the rainbow.
Yeah, so I really can't wait to celebrate Pride in a place where people can just publicly be. I don't know. I think I'm going to kiss someone on the street. I don't know.
Oh, boy,
I think I'm going to tap on the. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm going to twerk. I don't know.
There are mothers of queer people who are always available for hugs. Hug from my parent. Yes. They usually during the Pride parade. There are these parents who are parents of queer persons who are available. A hug from a queer parent. They're usually them. Yeah.
Can you be my queer?
No, I can be your queer parent, your queer grandma. I think, yeah. And right now, I want to align myself with queer grandparent. Yeah. I am a grandparent. My name is Biggie. And yeah. Queer judge. I want to be a queer judge.
What are you planning for this whole month?
No, I'm going to love myself. My house is rainbow.
I love your necklace.
It's rainbow, and I'll wear it. It annoys people. Particular people get pissed. Let them get pissed.
Yeah.
I don't know even how to be. I don't know. I am just Biggie. Queerness is gonna be all over myself. I really don't care about the rest of the people. I know at one point I've been pushed off the radar because of homophobic people, but I really don't care. I'm just going to have my rainbow everywhere. The one that is not seen under there, today feasible. My ring is queer, my wrist is queer, my necklace is queer.
That is not saying it's queer.
Queer.
Everywhere.
Wow.
And if I have an opportunity to share a call, I will share a call the bit of the inner part. But I'm going to be queer. Yeah, my house is going to be rainbow. All the times I'm going to be, I wish I can have, and I'm being serious. I can make my clit rainbow. They are just, to be sincere, let me tell you. You just wait.
As you should.
Buli chimu I will wear anywhere I want. I will be rainbow. Tomorrow there's an event. I'm going to be rainbow. This is not rainbow enough. I think I need to something. So I want to annoy whoever feels they have an issue with the rainbow. I'm going to have it.
Representation.
Oh my God. For me, I think since when I joined my first Pride, that was 2022. Then, since then, I changed my life. I thought I'm different, but I'm not different. I met different people. So, me Pride on my side is love, solidarity, resilience, equity. Also the people around me. I just feel like even here I'm seeing Pride. So, and what I'm going to do to watch queer movies. I've been writing like one. I think I sleep even late, like at 6 in the morning. Then like my mind is like, I want to watch what is Pride is, to understand what is the meaning of not just a mere word but in a movie. So and also going out, calling my friends for a drink at home. I'm going to visit my friends. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, it's already. My home is open, drinks are there, just come.
All right.
What is pride to me? Pride is, like the word is, I'm just proud to be who I am. Pride is being myself. Pride is being who I am in every essence of the word. So for me, pride is a big thing. I have experienced it here in Uganda. And yes, apart from the few rocky times, most of the times were really good times. We would go dancing, we would have fashion shows. We had a different sets of activities during Pride Month. Unfortunately, that can't happen now. But well, seeing as the history of Pride now, there's been a lot of, what do they call them? What's the word I'm looking for?
Events?
No, not events. Raid. Yes, the two events have been raided so far in the history of Pride in Uganda. But the few times where we were not raided, we really had a good time, and it is lovely. It is nice to sit and watch and see people be themselves, be their authentic selves, without any fear, without any qualm, without holding back. It is just beautiful to watch, and I wish and I hope one day we would have that again.
I really wish.
What I plan to do, I plan to love on my people. I plan to find someone in the queer community that I've just met and take them on a date.
Just
Just wait me today.
I'll be reaching out to that person.
Oh.
I mean, it's just to celebrate them as a queer person. Like, yes, yes.
Nice.
There's someone that I'm looking at doing that.
Chocolate is not.
I know, Munage. Of course.
Actually, you've given me a thought. You've given me a thought. I'm just going to ask. I'm going to have a date every day from the members of Freedom and Room. I'm going to have a date each and every day with someone. Someone. I'm going to be posting. Tomorrow I need a date. The other day I need a date. People book Ali Masirika. Book me. So I'm going to put it on today now. After this, I'm just going to ask people to book until the end of the Pride Month. Yeah, you've not booked.
The power of unity,
You know,
solidarity,
that actually
and love.
reminds me because their number as a new board member. First of all, I don't know most of the people. So and I would like to, maybe get in touch a little bit more with some people, yes, and learn about them. So maybe I'll increase the date from 1 to about maybe 3 or 5. So yeah, so I think that is one of my
Yeah, you guys,
plans.
me, I'm open for dating. Let's feel free to date me.
We are seeing.
Ngenda dating, ngenda kupera ngenda out throughout this month with 2 people. Abemisana, abechiro. 2 people every day. Paka mwezi uzugwako gupera. See dating, that kind of dating.
Brace yourself.
Banange.
Because we are Pride, why not?
Yeah.
So I'm going to be taking 2 people out every day, starting tomorrow until the end of the
Alima is like, I'm the one.
Now they're watching.
You are not.
We shall see.
That's our plan. That's our plan.
About the choosing, I don't know how I'm going to make the choices, but there will be random people. No,
You can start
I'm
with
all
me.
know people. I'm all knows
I
the
offer
people.
myself as
Me, I'm going to
tribute.
just choose people. Maybe I choose a number that I don't have in my contacts. I'm sorry, those who are in my contacts.
I offer myself as tribute. You can start with me.
So yeah.
In your contact. I'm deleting.
So yeah, we will see about that. Yeah, so that is how my Pride Month is likely going to be. That's my giving back.
Wow, I think that's amazing. And I think we can also use this month to go visit our friends who are sick in the hospitals, do some charity work.
I wish we can find out.
Please, Ruby, what was your first Pride experience? When was it? What happened? Did you have fun?
I don't know if I'm supposed to say it on air. First and foremost. Nabuke chikomera. I jumped the broom. Nabuka. My first one was in 2012. Nabuse chikomera. Keep that in mind. They had very many activities. All these are activities. It was okay because I was moving with my cousin. So she was, keeping it for me at home. Gaga, she's with me. That the second last event, which was at the beach, she calls me. She's like, I'm not going with you. Some auntie has called. Never government on pity deco, not asanga, need that. Then you go back home. But make sure you go back what? Ali. I went to Kaku Beach, tumazo kumachinga. Obusati tubujjemu tububye. Ngenda okuwulira. Buli omustama. Mujjemu egato. Musibeleini. Oh my God.
I know.
You people. Buli kimu kyampitamu nafuuwa nawulira obusulo nga bunnuma nepulira nga njagala kuddukana olubuto nga all I'm seeing is my mom seeing and saying the person I left home
I'll tell you what to say.
nga mwadde n'ebyokukola akola ki ku botanical. So just know my heart was pounding from my anus that whole period. And then worst of, like, I cannot even sit here and tell you I recall my journey from that place to Clock Tower. We had buses. The bus was taking people to National Theatre, picking people from National Theatre. Satuka National Theatre. Nze nalaba junction egende Gaba Road. When I walked in, with my I didn't even put on my shoes. Like, I was that freaked out. And then I got a bike. I got a bike up to home. Naye munange atawulira era hangover party the next day. Nga nyingira nga si yali kumpi n'ewaka kati eyo nali manyi ngenda giyingira kasita ngendayo like at 10 nga omuzeeyi yeebase era nziremu nkibuuke saa 12 mbere nga ndi mu buliri. So I went, had the party, and oh my god, I had just stepped out and I don't even know why I left at 3, because my intention was to leave at 6 in the morning. And then I see people say, hey, even here people have come. That was like towards, I think, 3 or 4, but they were talking, because that time there was a WhatsApp group for bloggers. Those who remember bloggers. Yes. So that's where all the info was being, but now it's no longer there. But that group was like the yip during even Pride. For those who would not attend, you would get all the info right there in the group. So you would also feel like you've attended. So that was my experience. But I can after that I got a bit scared. I stopped attending Pride, and then life happened, and then I came back. 2022, and then shit happens. When I'm back, I'm like, now I'm all full on Pride. 2022, I celebrated Pride. I'm like, 2023 is going to be massive. And then the aha comes. Yeah. But still, I'm still up for Pride. I'm still all for Pride. And I really hope we do have parties, because that is the only one time. Even if someone is an introvert, you'll see them out of their houses to come for Pride. Even people from up country will come for Pride. So I'm really hoping that those who can be able to create those safe spaces for us to still have those celebrations, it would be pretty awesome.
Did you attend the recent one, the one that we had at some place?
I didn't attend that one. I had COVID. But I attended.
People got COVID from that place?
I had COVID the next day, but I attended the red carpet event that was in Munyonyo, and then that one for the group, and I woke up and I could not even lift my leg.
Because you dance so much at the red carpet event. You breathed in on that.
She told me. Where were you? When? What time? Where did you first?
My first Pride is not so different from Ruby's. I was like, so I had just come into the community. I was very excited, but also like I was dating someone who was working at Farouk. So like I had access to like first-hand info.
What are you guys pointing at?
And that person for the Pride was doing media work. And like, because by then I was like in journalism school, it's something I was passionate about. So I'm like, yeah, I can help out every now and then. And I remember for the 2012 Pride, the event that happened at the beach, they raided the event. That day, I don't even know what happened. Me and my partner had fought the entire day. Because by the time the raid happened, we were not on talking terms. I was somewhere with my mouth inside my nose. Because some girls were greeting, I hear. So I am there, like, I don't even know what happened, because I remember I was walking my things. Next thing I know, a door of the car opens, someone grabs me and throws me in the car. I look, it's my partner. They're like, we have to run because we have like all the footage. So we drive out as you people are lining by the way, like we had to escape.
Use another gate.
So we drive out, we go. I remember us going to police and we found like, I think TUK. They had taken them, the band, and me, I refused to get out of the car. I stayed inside, and then people went and talked. Like it happened. It looks like it was a movie. I don't remember everything, but I remember Brian was singing. was singing for the police, and then somehow I think we left, because I remember when we left, they told me to go and enter the bus and go with everyone else, and that's how I saw Biggie and did the walking barefoot. I don't remember who was barefoot. Someone was barefoot. I don't remember if it was Diddy or Biggie, but I remember one of them was barefoot, and then that person was giving us updates in the bus of you guys, what was there? We were laughing. Like someone went and hid under the water, and they don't even know how to swim. Rush. Under the water, and they don't even know how to swim. They drowned.
Death by drowning.
So fast forward, all that happens, we go home, and then fast forward, we go for the hangover party. We still had to do media work.
Yeah.
Now at that hangover party, there was a fight, like people fought. I don't know what they fought about, but there's a golola who beat someone and even carried them in the air. And that person who was beaten was a very close acquaintance of my partner. My partner was still doing media work, and I think it was around 3 when the raid happened. Because still when the raid happened, we had to leave because we had the footage. So we entered the car, and this other person who has been beaten is still crying. And my partner is like, enter the car, we go. So they entered the car, and they were still there crying. So they were seated behind, I was in front with my partner on like the passenger side, passenger pieces, and now that person he was behind, and someone Babzi was also stayed behind. There were two people stayed behind. So we are driving, and then this person who is crying from the blue just here, you guys, there's a motorcycle that is following. Not like border motorcycle, but like these nice
Police.
I don't even know if it was police, but like these big bikes. So my partner begins driving like a mad person. We kept getting corners, and then this motorcycle just kept like cornering, like yes. This person was crying even had stopped. They were now the ones who were not directing. Hey, go left, go right, go left, go right. Meanwhile, I think because of the adrenaline rush, I wanted to so. So I kept saying, you guys may want to so.
Really?
We ran towards Farouk. I don't even know who they called, but I remember my partner calling someone, and they were like, open the gate. Like from Olympia, like at the corner is where we called. The person, Banang, I don't even know how we survived those times, but the way the person drove and entered. So we entered, but what I liked about what happened after, so we slept in the same room like 5 couples. We were drunk, and there was a lot of adrenaline rush. That room caught fire.
Why no? It was bright.
Like there was no sleeping. You'd be sleeping, and then you hear other people. You're like, oh, okay, these ones have also started. You guys. But me, I feared. I was shy.
You can't. With all the adrenaline.
But that was like the real pride for me. Like that room. You guys. Yeah.
Memory. That was a real pride.
Kapoku.
Sue, talk to us. Give us your pride experience.
My pride experience. Unfortunately, I wasn't there when on the ones they raided, but I've attended some. I had never really interacted with people that, okay, they would call them cross-dressers or trans men or trans women, and then when they had these fashion shows, you see a trans man, a trans woman dressed
To kill.
My God. And these girls are rocking these heels like no one's problem. Like someone has put in the effort. They looked for the attire. They looked for the wig.
I swear.
They will do the nails. They will do the makeup. And they look so good. And you're thinking, I am a chick and I do not look that good. What is going on here? Like for me, that was really mind-blowing. And it opened my mind so much that I had to go and, start looking at what other people do across the world, what happens. Because in my mind, it had never really crossed, it had never occurred to me that people like that actually do exist. I knew, yes, maybe I'm a lesbian, they are gay men, but I didn't know there are people that actually cross over completely and they just become someone else, or they just become what they feel like inside in that moment. So for me, that is one of the biggest moments. And like I said earlier, seeing people being themselves, my God, there's no bigger feeling than that. There are no lies in that moment. There are no insecurities in that moment. There is no judgment in that moment. Like, it's just good vibes and good vibes. So yeah, that is my experience with Pride.
Like Pride is just fun. You just see everyone like wearing weird things, and you don't like everyone's just smart. Everyone's just unique. When it's
No, I remembered after so
Subi.
yes, mentioned. Because so me, I think I'm just good with raided prides. Because I remember the other pride I was part of 2016, which got raided, the one at Venue. I low-key feel like I was the first person to know when police had raided. I don't know why, because there was someone who had come and they didn't know which floor to go to. I was dating someone who I will not tell you. And that someone called someone that we were with, and they're like, we need someone to come and pick us up and bring us to the venue. So my partner is like, let's go and pick this person. We get to the entrance and police is there, and police tells us, go back. So we come back and we are seeing police. So we go around telling people like, you guys, do you know there's police? And no one was even believing us. Because I remember like, we passed so many people. By the time like the actual year it happened, we had already, because we kept telling people, hey, you guys, there's police. And like, they were just like, so we go. I don't even remember. There's someone whose name I'll not say, but I remember going to that person and being like, do you know there's police outside? And as they're saying that, because remember when police entered, there was those what were those things that they were doing? Like those poppers. So I think the poppers confused people. Because when I told you guys, we've been telling people there's police and people are not minding. And then the popper went off, pop, and then it stopped, and then they tell us, we all go down. Even up to then, people did not even figure out that police was there because the music was still playing, people were still dancing.
Is that the event where someone tried to jump?
Next thing
They
we know,
jumped.
next thing we know, I see someone like a trans woman, because when we talked about this, I remember like they had braids. This person was pulling out hair,
man.
like pulling out their hair with their own hand.
Yeah.
And throwing it because they were
That
like
was
so
the
scared.
fear.
Next thing we hear, like, go to the corner. We go and sit down to the corner. I was lucky to sit near Jide, Reverend Jide.
God loves you.
So we are like so many. I didn't even know if we fit in that corner because there were so many. I remember them putting us in the corner, and then someone brought out a camera and told us to look into the camera.
Yes.
And then they began taking pictures. And every time like you'd put your head down, you don't want to be in the camera, they'll beat you with a purple tune, and make you look up. Then I remember them like taking out people. I don't even know how they did look like they were doing chilling. They would come and be like, you. Get out. But they first took out white people. That one I will never forget. They took out every white person and they took out every journalist. Every white person and everyone with cameras, they took them out. Then so I was there seated with Jide, and people, some people, because I don't remember who I was seated next to behind. There's someone who was crying and like, my parents are going to kill me. They don't know that I'm here. And then Jide was like, because the Reverend was trying to console people, like, guys, it's going to be fine. And then the Reverend beat Deb. There's some person called Deb Ebbs.
Yeah, I know.
Not the Reverend, the police beat Deb. And then Jide stood up for Deb. They're like, no, you cannot treat people like that. Guys, police beat Jide. All of us were scared. Were being like consoled by Jide. But the moment they beat Jide, we all shut. They beat Jide, we all began crying. We're like, they don't even fear the Reverend. Man of God.
Oh, wait, for what?
So we were there. I was trying to look. They asked for organizers. I was said right next to a certain organizer. Police was like, "Who are they who organize this thing?" And I was telling her like, "Go." She's like, "Hey, me, I didn't organize." I think it is you who went out as an organizer. You and it was Biggie, I think, and Crazy. Like 2 people came, 3 people, I think,
Crazy,
and you. Because I remember you standing and saying, "We are the organizers." And then I don't even know what happened, but the one thing also I remember that I'll never forget is after they beat Jide, they beat Jide, but they also beat so many people. That beat people intimidated people. People stopped talking. Everyone was quiet, like it was dead silent. And then this refugee that I'll never forget, I don't even know their name. I think they're a trans woman from Congo. Wants to pee. So she stands up and tells the officer, I want to susu. You know, like everyone is quiet and they're all scared. They just stood up and were like, I want to susu. In Swahili. Because I remember hearing the word kojoa. That's the thing I'll never forget. Like the moment they did, all of us we were looking like they are going to kill this boinga we are seeing. The officer shouted and told the boy, sit down. The boy was like, I want to susu, and then walked away.
Yeah.
We all began laughing because I think that's the only person that made us laugh. Because by then we were all scared. The moment that boy walked, we began tususu. And then we all began laughing. They're like, oh my god, now we are okay.
They did it.
In the face, they were like, I want to kojoa.
That guy was gay. That guy had guts.
People were even crying, no, because they thought he's going to die. We are seeing. Maybe the guy walked away. Then we all began laughing. We tensed. And then I don't know what happened. No, I know what happened. So they took people. So there's this person, because also this is what I need to. So there's this person who I knew was like a friend, okay, not so much a friend, but someone I knew. No, like there was someone, maybe someone I know, but they're not personally my friend. And they were taken. Now this person had never attended any puchu event in their life. That was their first.
There were so many people.
So they didn't even know, like they didn't know how you relate with police if you're arrested at a pride event. So they are arrested, they are taken. When they got to take people out, they didn't take her out because nobody knew her. Because how it was working is you would be telling like, guys, Ruby is there, like, so nobody even claimed her. This girl slept in the police. They assaulted her while she was there. She told us she was like really sexually assaulted by those offenders that were there. She slept there I think for one night. The next night Nicolas Opio went. She knew Nicolas Opio from yes. So when she heard his voice, she says like, Nicolas, I'm here. Nicolas, maybe for that girl was traumatized. Like she never healed. We had to make sure she lives again. Like she never healed. I remember her coming to my house one day. She would get nightmares in the night when she's sleeping. She would wake up and scream. She was traumatized. I don't even feel like she told us everything that happened. Yeah. But I think the thing that she told me that scared me is that she told me they raped her with a baton.
Oh my god.
So pride was not nice.
Right.
But okay, I've been part of
those are the things
pride.
that we have to always never forget. Like our experience and our pain, they really mean a lot. Aggie, do you have any experience with pride? Did you ever attend any pride events?
Yeah, Aggie is a baby coach.
I'm a
Baby
baby.
Kuchu.
You know,
Who's always saying the good things.
I remember I attended my first pride was 2022. And then I became the community in 2022. That same year I came out, and I didn't know, that there's pride. You know, I remember Kasha. I met Kasha on Facebook. Like when I talked to her, like, you come. She just invited at her for barbecue. They're like, we have an event called Pride. I was like, what is Pride? Because I didn't. I was so green. Then also to see trans. It was my first time, so I could be like this. So I could get confused. I remember it was in the Entebbe, this botanic something. So on that day, I think I didn't see you, but I think I saw Didi was there. And then I know, but I really enjoyed to the extent I don't know how I reached home. I was with Isaac. With my friend, I got drunk because for him he knew the whole community. I got drunk. I don't know how I reached. I had even a laptop. So I thought it is like you just go and sit, but so I could see everyone. Wait, how am I dressed? Because I was very short, but I didn't know, like, could see trans women, they would dress their crop tops. I was like, it's like I'm in the real place. Then I was like, I'm in heaven. Then I thank it was a real dream because I was like, when I saw the gave me a t-shirt for it with the rainbow and woofer. Like, yeah. But now get two. Yes. Yes. So when I had a t-shirt, now just jam immediately nenjambala. Katundene. I've reached my real people because I was really green. The community didn't know me. They could know me on social media because I was working on social media, but physically. Then I got drunk. Yes. I got drunk. On that day, I think that's when I got interacted with different people. Apako Williams, Kelly Mukwano, this of IBU. So, Brad. Even the Kasha was like, sit there, you just have fun, the Haja. But so that's when I was exposed, and also my the fear. I was like, yeah, I think now I can do activism. That's when I got like I can speak. because I was on the board. I can speak on all. I could speak on social media, but in front I couldn't. Then my phone got lost. But it didn't go to. I thought. Najusula mu kidiba waliwo.
That's when actually Kasha almost lost her life.
That very time.
Yes, 2022.
No.
Kasha by mistake fell into the
Someone was
yeah.
written like a goat. That's the time.
I think that's 2022. Yes. So do you know who saved? By the way, Kasha was dying.
Yeah.
She went to pee, and then all of a sudden, as she was peeing, she slipped and fell in that pool.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
So it was who? It was Upendo, the director of Upendo is called. Carol Amulo is the one who dived in the water to save Kasha, because Kasha could not make noise because she was trying to stop water from swallowing water. Imagine she was peeing and then fell in the ditch, in the pool. No one was able to see until someone heard the noise, and someone was like, Kasha is dying. Carol jumped in everything. He just dived in the water to save Kasha. Kasha was not making noise because she didn't want to swallow
water. So that night I thought, because people were like, let us be careful, the police got. I was like, let the police do what? But I thought it is a free event. I didn't know there's also those insecurities like police again could get quarter. So my head, I was like, we're here to have fun as usual. Mama. Then my phone got lost. I think Najisulama's when I was high. I saw the nigga was coming with a stick. So my phone, that's something. It's still even there. I didn't even bother to look for it. But
people are calling you.
But the truth is, I enjoyed. I got to know what the community is, because it was my first time involved with the community gatherings. I got drunk. Oh my God! I don't know. I just remember. I got drunk for 2 days. I slept for 2 days. Then that's when I remember. I was like, where's the phone? I was like, somebody I just so my mind was like, should I go back? But even that I couldn't remember. But me, I had fun, and I, like others, without a phone, I had to buy another one. But really, it was my first, and I pray, and I have something like this again, because Obama said to Nagasula go Nagamanyi me want to have fun again.
I want to hear what Jaja coaches.
Jaja coach you.
Yeah.
You've been like around from the first
that wow Fred where you're like, God, this is heaven.
No, I can't recall. I can't even recall the actual dates, but I know I was part of the first ever Pride. Idea comes in from Kasha, then Kasha calls in for people to volunteer to be part of organizing. So I was, Didi was, and some other people. So it was really fun. That time when we were doing fundraisers a week before Pride, we used to do fundraisers. We used to have events where people would come pay, and then we contribute money to organize the main actual event. So that day I remember there's an event where we put on dresses. Me and Didi were MCs, but we wore dresses.
Your dress was white and black.
And we really had
How was it?
really had I remember that during the Pride events, that fundraiser down there in Chigowa, I was taking some crew back home. I knocked. That was my first time to knock, driving, and then I was meant to pay 450,000. So I asked God, never will I ever sit in one behind a steering if it's not my car again. That's what I told God. It's actually that guy, that RDC, Sekamanja, who helped me. The son is the one who helped me. He said, no, that's not a big deal, just a pavement. But the money that they're charging you, it's too much. Actually, they were asking me for 700 or something more. And he's like, no, you can't pay all that money. This is a government thing, property. But we can, the way you knocked, they can't even demand you all that money. It's just someone selfish wanting to get money from you. So they helped me. They never allowed me to go even for meetings. So I still have memories for that place, and I've never met that guy, by the way, before. I've not met Sekabanja, but I just know his name. And the way they treated us during that period of time, it was so amazing that actually people around thought he's one of the supporters of us, but yet he was just a good man. He realized that people are not harmful; they're just people. He saw no reason as to why they should be treated otherwise. So then I paid 450 to repair that car, and also repair the pavement. And I told God, this is the same road where I want to drive. This is the same road where I want to drive my first car. It's the road where I will sit in the car. That belongs to me, not anyone's car. I will never drive a car here if it's not mine. So that's my experience for the very, very, very first Pride. The rest of the times, the parties that happened, I have so many stories that I can't even tell in this. There were fights, there were things, there were
Even people who are deported.
there were people who were deported, there are people who cried. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That Pride had a lot.
You see, with Pride, there are times, yes, that's a period of time where you're numb. Actually, I was numb for anything. Over Bansiba, if they come to arrest me, if they do anything, I was numb. Every time Pride happened, I was part of the first organizing committee and the likes until some time when I stopped being part of that. But it's a moment where you want to give in everything. You don't care if someone says what, you're just part of Pride. It's Pride, and you want them to understand that, come on, this is the only month we have to be who we are.
Yeah.
We are in Rainbow, we are celebrating, and just allow us to have only this moment. So that's when you could see people, newcomers, like Aggie said, you see people who are enthusiastic more than you even. You thinking, oh, I love this community. You find someone who has never been in the community. It's their first time in the community, but they don't care. You tell them, you guys, you need to be calm. They are like, shut up. For us, we are who we are, and you're like, Jesus, I'm supposed to be in charge of security, minding people's business. You know, when you're given an assignment to mind people's business,
Not drunk.
yes. No, you make sure they are drunk, but you make sure they are okay.
And even you have to have fun.
You have to have fun, but also have fun with them.
I know.
So it was a period that I can't even talk about those stories. Let me tell you, find people who you've never seen in the community, but just that one moment, they will turn up. They don't even care. They don't want to know if there is police or something. They just want to have fun. And for me, that's my memory of Pride. And Pride is a space where those people who never wanted to be part of the community appeared. They appeared for those events. You know, we used to have a week's events of different things happening. That's when you see new people appearing. By the only time I got to know that the other one is a son or daughter of somebody, when we were raided in 2016. Then that's when you got to see someone crying, oh, my dad is a major general. You're like, hey, you dad. People want to throw themselves, they'll be like, if I die, I die. I don't want my father or my family to know about me. But you know, they were there. The fact that they came to attend the event. And I'm looking at these people, I'm like, you a daughter, a son of a major, a doctor, a son of a daughter of whoever, the mother. People started saying their parents. We didn't even know the names of their parents until that time when the police raided. You're hiding your own. My partner was there. I was hiding her under Kavera with their friend.
Under the dustbin. Behind the dustbin.
God, you never want to be in a space where you're
But how
restricted.
did you feel for the first Pride to see like the number of people that
So it was fun because we thought we were meant to have such, and we needed it, and we knew the feeling was that they should let us live this kind of life. It's our moment, and we never thought about security, police coming in, invading the thing. We were just like, we need to celebrate ourselves, and that's all we needed to do. Wanting and seeing people happy in a space where someone can dress up. We had months of people planning on their dress codes. Someone is sewing, trying to make, this is what I'm going to put on here, angel feathers. People were putting on things, and people were planning for that moment. Yes.
There was that pride that Suvi talked about. I remember I was one of the people who was like a judge. I was a judge for the participants who were like contesting for Miss Pride or something at round. That's why they called us me, some guy called Guy. So we're called to be judges. Kati that time, when they were celebrating the whole parade, it was at Venom. I had to go and see those guys who had more. By the way, I went with a friend. That motherfucker left me. Then I'm having fun. I'm with my friend. I need a girlfriend. Where me, I'm alone. So Elvis. I was with Elvis. To have a police agent from like that door. So Elvis is like, you're my girlfriend. We got married there and then. Then there was a poor girl who was saying, Chukanze, I kept looking at that person. I was like, I'm sorry for you. So I had a partner that I called them like, so I think they're going to arrest me. But just in case anyone calls me from my family, because I swear, like the way those police guys look, yes, they're telling us, look here, like you, like they would really scare you, like you think they're going to beat you up. So when I heard that guy fell off the building, yeah.
It's not actually the only person. There's so many people.
someone fell inside
Someone fell inside the
and
shop,
them in the next
and then they accused them for being a thief.
They almost killed them.
Yeah.
My God, it was like the most terrible day.
Someone opened their shop in the morning and someone is
And
inside
someone is
their
in their shop.
Imagine.
Bambia Mutiagude is not the only person. Just because they had an issue with the back when they fell, so many people fell. I listened to confessions. I was like a priest taking people to heaven. People confessed. For me, my father. For me, my mother. I can't imagine. I would rather die. Let me throw my... People were falling. We were convincing people not to. But that's they said, nze sisobola bazadde bange kundaba nga ndi wano.
I called my sister. Nemugamba, like my truth about myself. Nemugamba, they're going to arrest me. The by the night they what you like man, because I remember the bill at first was saying Maisha. That was around that first bill. The name they're going to arrest me and then I'm going to just be in prison. I started imagining myself in prison. Yeah. Like nze naguma. Ninge chingumi, I'm like, we are men.
But we'll be there together.
Yes, we are men. We'll be there together. Yes, so I want to ask you, like from all those experiences, like how we're celebrating Pride, how do you think people can celebrate Pride differently this year? Now that we have a lot of systems attacking us from all corners. How should we celebrate Pride differently this year?
Of course, there's power in unity and being together and with other people. But when it's not possible, it doesn't mean you can't celebrate as an individual. So you can celebrate as an individual, or you can get with a group of people that will not cause a lot of hullabaloo, that will create attention to yourselves.
Next we had what?
People went to
So there's always different ways. At the end of the day, it is celebrating who you are as a person.
Celebrating.
How should they handle
No,
balloons?
what if you can create it if you're in a safe space where you know.
Yeah, I know.
Because remember, when you told people they should not call you if they are arrested for certain activities. So you do not want to be having fun in this beautiful month and celebrating yourself, celebrating who you are, celebrating your diversity, and then you have to be put into, you know, and you know, with the AHA bill, it's even getting a little bit more difficult here. So you can get into small groups. You can do a date with someone. You can go yourself. You take yourself for a cup of tea, for ice cream, anything. Celebrating doesn't mean you have to be with a lot of people for you to be able to celebrate yourself. So individually, or if your friends or your closer people, you can celebrate with them. Mpola. Just don't create chaos that will bring negative attitude.
Sometimes you're not even creating the chaos. But the chaos looks for you.
Exactly. Excited.
Looks for you because you're unique.
Yes. So since you're unique,
Now, like you, Jaja, which you like.
how are you proposing
I'm
this?
just going to enjoy my month of Pride. This one I'm going to enjoy it. Bwe kiruma agenda kwetuga.
Is that how different you're doing it?
Yes, agenda kwetuga.
Paka.
Paka kuwulira bubi.
I think
Bwe bakeetaaga kakaya ka rainbow ngenda kambala. Akakufiira ka rainbow ngenda kambala. Akagato kange aka laviza nja kambala paka kuwulira bubi. Guno omwezi no, for me this month it's quite a tricky month. It's the month I lost both my parents on the same day. So it's the same as a Catholic. It's the Martyrs Day within this month. So tebalina kye bagamba. Tebalina kye bagamba.
For me,
How should people celebrate differently this year?
one is self-love.
Yeah.
Go take yourself for shopping if you have. For me, I'm going to buy myself shoes. I don't know. I'm just this month they will feel me because like my one we never come. I already have. I bought like 3 bottles of Jameson there.
Yeah.
But
Bona stage ki?
Tetuganye bintu bino. Twagala just kwogera bintu byetu.
no, I even said those who are free can go home. So I'm going to also I'm paying school fees for the people I'm taking care of because it's already school time, and that's all that one is like caring for my people around me, and also helping my friends, those who need help in case I can, where I can, and also not partying. That's the thing. I'm going to care myself. The partying, because it's me versus me. That's me. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, how should you celebrate this year?
So for me and a few friends, we are hoping to do like an online dance hall, and we're hoping to reach out to you soon. So we want to do like an online dance hall party. We had friends who were up country who wanted to join, and also because we've been talking to some of our PWD members about Pride, they don't know what Pride is, so we've been introducing Pride to them, and then sadly for them they will not have the experience that we've been having. So we wanted to do something for them where they also get to see what Pride is all about. But we're not closing it to only our members. We want to leave it open so that anybody who is interested in, joining the party can join. That is like on work basis. On personal basis, as I mentioned earlier, I am going to just spoil myself. I've been always a giver. And each Pride actually that I've even attended, like those things. I'm the one caring for people who has lost their shoe. I'm the father. But leave that drinking. But who has lost their shoe? Whose bag is this one?
Yeah.
Who is like, I'm the one. This one is too drunk. And I'm This one you get. So I'm always that person. But this year I said it's going to be about me.
Yeah.
But also I feel like for the rest, I think for this year, everybody should find a way of bringing joy into their homes, into themselves, with what has been transpiring from last year. We really need it. Naye era nteekayo ka voice note abasobola okutukolerayo ka party just kaweereza omuntu yenna waaba awulira nga asobola tukolera ka party naale omanyi bantu babeerayo napangisa military namba netukuuma gyebali just kuyisaamu so that also the new people know what pride is, because you can never get that feeling. Online, it's different when you are together in the same room. Mukuba party. It is, even if it is for 2 hours, even if it is for 3 hours, it is quite different. So it's sad that those who, pride, also people in the closet come for pride. So it is not only those who are out in the open and free with themselves, but even those in the closet come for pride. So era nkaisaawo oba owulira sobola tukolera kapate nkaisaawo Halima oba sobola tukolera kapate wandikakoze.
I think it's about spreading queer joy, like loving queer people, have a lot of fun, but also love queer people. Also stand up, like do not let people treat you like shit, like call out homophobes and stuff. There's a story I want to share that really impressed me. I don't know if I need to say the name of this restaurant for their safety. So there's this restaurant that has an online app where you can order food. I don't want to say them, but I liked what they did. So I had a guest who is a trans man, and I ordered food for them, and I put in the notes, like where I put notes, I'm like, this person is trans, their pronouns are he. And when the border, and then I'm like, so I directed them, because this person had like no Uganda number. I directed them like, you get to this apartment, you go to this number, you knock. This border guy gets there and knocks at the door and tells them, good afternoon, sir. Like I couldn't even believe, because like they gave them the food. This person didn't know that I had put that note, so they called me. They're like, this guy like used my right pronouns. I wonder why. And this is the person who's trans, but like they don't buy it. So when you look at them, of course, you'll be like, So like, yeah. So like speaking up, like telling people about pronouns, calling them up if they're being shitty, embarrassing them, naming and shaming. Yeah. I believe in that,
Please do not do that.
And their pronouns, you're like, I am him when they're checking you.
Be observant where you are able to ask for that. My pronouns are he, him. But
let me tell you, drunk people don't even beat. It is these sober ones.
The sober ones.
Because like the drunk person who says you're he, him, who first laugh
and
then call you he, him. Like they're the best.
Also, let's not forget, yes, we are saying we celebrate ourselves, but like we always say, or like we've always been told, security starts with you. You have to mind your security at all times. You have to mind the people around you all the time, so that you do not get into trouble and then it seems like you insinuated it. Because it's easier when the other person starts it, but when it comes out that you insinuated it, everyone is like, whatever. So security starts with you, like we always say. Protect yourself so that you protect your other people around you and the other members.
Yeah, so this month, please be intentional. Ask people their pronouns.
Also, you love your organizations. Defend us online.
Yeah, defend.
Don't let people smash.
Also give us some money to
stand up for us and defend us.
For me,
I don't want money, but defend us.
For me, I think it's your voice will protect you. If you keep quiet, most like people are using social media to bull us. Yeah. People are using social media to bull us, and when you speak, someone will call you all sorts of names. Yes, they call us pigs, but it's okay. But will not change me. So speak up. If you have any avenue where you can speak, use your voice. Use your keyboard. Speak about the good thing, about pride, about the community. I tell you to I'm ex-gay because you have refused someone to give you money, and you start, sex. So please. Protect your people, protect your community. So may I believe in togetherness and one-mindedness, and if we come out as the queer community, I'm 100% we shall reach where we want to be.
And you remain the one and only.
I get your did.
The baby Gen Z.
Yeah, the only
For me, I would like to just say, Banange, let us subscribe to Baqueer Twogere. Let us comment. Let us subscribe. People, subscribe, comment, like. I know sometimes it's scary to go and put the comment, but when you like and you subscribe, actually, it's only us. Baqueer Twogere who will get to know who you are, but you can even use a different name on your account. And as the queer pig has said, love on the organizations, whatever they post, mulaikinge, mu commenting, mu retweeting, mu resharing. And lastly, for those who plan to go for parties or going out, always inform someone, just for security purposes. Always inform someone, but take care of your security too. I would give a tip for those who intend to go out in a number of 10 or 5. If you intend to go, make sure you don't go to the obvious places that people know.
Even in the obvious places, tell someone.
Yes. Communicate with people, let them know you're in the obvious place, but just to give a advice. You can look for those restaurants, bars that have white people, because those are people who will not look at your dress code, your oyagala genda wali mugundi ewahaji oyagala genda mu restaurant oyagala genda eri mugundi seyalimba ne.
My last message is spread the queer joy. Check on your queer sisters. Spread queer love. Guys, just love your fellow queers. Also, stop interfering in our relationships. I remain the one and only. Na longo. Akabizi.
Pentagon. Your last message. I request you stay humble and polite. It doesn't hurt. Have some kamani wherever you go. Please do not go depending on other people. Please, in case of any emergency, have some kamani on you that you can grab a border quickly and run. You can make a phone call. Avoid strange hookups in this period. There are people that are going to, be looking out for hookups and parties and what, but you don't know who you're doing what. If you could avoid some of them, unless you're very sure, apart from of course the people who are doing certain jobs that they can't avoid doing that, but
Also, they should find out.
But be sure about me, I am.
So avoid any strange hookups or people you don't know about, and then have of course the emergency numbers. Emergency numbers. They know the toll-free numbers, the Farouk numbers. Yes, and then have fun. Just have fun. Enjoy yourself. Celebrate yourself, and just be.
Just be a queer person.
Era paka kuwulira bubi. All I have to say is that those that will hook up with me, yes, I am going to hook up with people during this month of Pride, not Alima. So I'm just going to have fun with people of my kind. Please, if you're not my kind, I will smell you. Yes. Don't just be nice for just being nice. Queer people, even if you're not nice, I will hook up with you this month. Yeah, I just don't want homophobes to be nice at me. Please don't be nice. Yeah. Stay away. Just stay away from me. Allow me to have fun with people who are like me.
One please have safe sex.
Wrap that shit.
Because the excitement will come through at some point, please. But you have to remember after those little the few minutes of joy, what comes after? Have safe sex.
This whole month.
Hashtag Pride month. Hashtag
Baqueer Twogere. Don't forget to follow us on our social medias. Like and follow our page Baqueer Twogere. Find us on Facebook, Freedom and Rome Uganda. On X, _Uganda. On Instagram, _Uganda. On YouTube, Baqueer Twogere. Also, feel free to reach out to us via email, faruginfo@gmail.com, or via our toll-free, which is 0800 1093.
And thank you so much for subscribing. Keep subscribing. Oh my God, you've been an amazing crowd. And we just want to appreciate you for being in this space, our guests, and everyone listening. Please don't stop
To the
comment.
baby Kuchu and the
The
Jaja.
Kuchu. We have been Baqueer Twogere.
She said what she said.
It's a wrap.
I got a question. Why